So what do you think about when you think about your mom? Powerful, kick-ass, strong. That's what I think about when I think about my mom. I miss her and I love her and I can't wait to see her. But for Mother's Day, I sent her a whole box of goodies. Now, what are you going to send your mom for Mother's Day? And if you don't have a lot of money, that's okay. Make her a card, make her some cookies. Go out and pick some flowers and, I don't know, take a picture and send it to her. Something cheesy, you know? It doesn't take a lot for you to just show your mom how much you love her. But better yet, that's why I wanted to do a review so you guys can kind of get a feel for some really amazing companies that help stop human trafficking. And they also empower women. And it's also to help strengthen women around the world, to help them not only with their families, but think about moms and when they carry a child, they bring it into this world, they do all the hard work to raise them, they devote their life and sacrifice all that time and all the emotions that they go through. I can't even imagine that if in a third world country, when you're stricken with not being able to know when your next meal is coming, to have a company to help you and provide for you. And that's exactly what Sinhoa Jewelry, that's what Greater Goods does for Love 146. So definitely go out and look up those companies, guys. And thanks again for hanging out with us. Mm-hmm. And I am so happy that Joanne from the LawFit fam is here to join me in his house. I got to throw my guns up because this lady knows how to shoot her guns. And believe it or not, she actually had a photo shoot with Doug and David and Al Navarro, and the whole team was able to shoot. And girl, you look so hot in your photo shoot. I can't wait to show the video next month. But this is Joanne Haley, the better half of Michael Haley, my trainer, and also the owner of Platinum Physiques. Yep. So go to platinumphysiques.com. You can get a free evaluation, free health assessment. But we're going to talk a little bit more about motherhood. Now, Joanne Haley, she's an officer, and she helps to empower women in her community, women that she works with. But not only that, but she literally, I'm not just saying this because, I can brown nose a little bit, but I'm not even going to go there. She is the best mom ever. The things that you do for your daughters and your son and the things that you provide for your grandkids that I just love seeing on your page.
Thank you. That's cool.
Now let's talk a little bit about when you gave birth for the first time.
Okay.
And you became a mom.
Okay. I was pregnant while I was 16 years old for most of my time. I was 16. Mm-hmm. And then I turned 17 a month after, or a month before I delivered my son. And I had him at the age of 17. I was completely lost. I had no clue what to do. But he was a life changer for me. I had to figure out, how I was going to be a mom and where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do with my life. I always knew I wanted to be a working mom and I wanted to be able to provide and make my kids proud. I've always had it in me to be strong, but it was really hard to be strong because their dad was very controlling and verbally and mentally abusive. So I went through that in the beginning of our relationship, and of course I was the best mom in the world, and I'm so grateful for my sister Dorothy, who is one of my friends on Facebook as well, so hopefully she gets to see this. Yep. But Dorothy Beltran, she was there for me. She had her daughter at 17, and we kind of were like the only thing, we had only each other to rely on. And I just remember her giving me tons of books and information to read about. And that's kind of how I learned how to eat healthy in a sense, because I wanted to eat as healthy as I could while I was pregnant. And that's what started me. And then he was great birth control, my son John. I learned, not to get pregnant after that, ever again until I was ready. Right. And I waited, until I had my son Alan. And then my son John was 6 years old when I had Alan. Unfortunately, my son Alan passed away. And then shortly after that, I had my daughter Kelly, and then I had my daughter Joanna.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So it was your sister who helped a lot?
Yes, definitely.
And the family coming together as one. So you continuing having more children and providing for them, you sacrificed a lot of your time.
Oh, yes, definitely.
All of your time?
Yeah.
Your entire life?
Yes, my whole life, pretty much,
How was that?
I always watched my mom, and my mom was always very sacrificial. Everything we did was, my mom did was for the family, and she would always say, I believe in my wedding vows, and that's, you stay married until you die, basically. So in my mindset, I had to do the same thing. So I basically stayed with my ex-husband now, but stayed with him because of the fact that I had to. I had to raise my kids. I had to do the right thing as a mom, and I did everything from, baking cupcakes for school parties or, attending school parties or whatever the case might be, and just always sacrificed. And then I was an at-home mom for 15 years.
Right.
And then when I was ready to work, my mom's death in '96 kind of prompted me to want to work. And
She didn't necessarily pass away in the best way.
no, she passed away. She was morbidly obese. My dad was verbally, physically, mentally abusive to her. And she passed away at the age of 54 years old, at horrible death. And then once she died, my dad died 3 months later.
Thank you for sharing this information, by the
yeah.
way, and opening up.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. And it was kind of an eye-opener for me. I sat in
Right.
my closet one day and I thought, there's got to be more to life than this.
Right.
And what am I doing? My kids are at my mother's funeral. This is huge, but at my mother's funeral, she was also law enforcement, but not commissioned, just a civilian employee. And when I saw thousands of people show up for her funeral, that was eye-opening for me because I never knew that greatness or that wonderful side of my mother. I only
Really?
knew my mother
As mom.
and being verbally, mentally, and physically abused by my dad. And I never saw that side. And when I went to the funeral and I heard these people speak about her, and I thought, oh my God, I never knew my mom's greatness.
Wow. How
And
did you feel at that point?
I was very upset. It was very moving and emotional for me. I was 26 years old, and I thought, there's got to be more to
Wow.
life than this. And I had all my kids at that point.
That's hard at 26 to
Yeah.
lose your mom.
Oh yeah, I'm 47 now. You always need your mama. Always.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah.
I still, there's times I wish I could call her and tell her something. But she was the motivating factor. I had to go through getting a hip replacement shortly after that, and I had to go through some, mental changes in my life because of the controlled nature I was in, controlled situation.
Right.
And so I finally put my foot down and I said, I'm going to work. And you promised me I could work. I want to work.
That's good.
And of course, 9 months later, I was hired onto the police department where I work currently. And I was a civilian employee at the time, and that was the beginning of change for me. That was the beginning of, really the beginning, honestly. I love
And
my
it's-
kids.
It's so funny because when I met you, she's a tough girl. Trust me. You don't want to train with this one because she'll show you up. And that's the thing is that knowing that she is an officer, you never know people's pasts. You never know what people have gone through. And to hear your story is just so motivating because I've always looked up as Joanne is tough. She can handle anything. But you know what? People are human.
Yeah.
And everyone breaks down at some point. And I think in your life, when your mom passed away, you awoken and kind of.
It was huge.
That yeah. And so I love that story. And so you as an officer, we want to give shout outs to all of the officers out there.
Oh,
Annie.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, Annie?
Annie Breyer.
We wish you were here. Where are you?
Where are you?
Throw up your guns for Annie.
Annie.
Annie. Banani. Her birthday's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So happy early birthday,
Yeah.
Annie. We don't have a
Happy
cake for
birthday,
you, but we have
Annie
a
Breyer.
Platinum Physiques bag.
Yeah.
There you go.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Annie.
birthday, Annie. And also to the moms of Platinum Physiques.
Yeah.
So Heidi Speaker, you're going to be leaving, and you're never going to leave the family, but you're moving away, and you're the best mom ever. I want to give
Totally.
a huge happy Mother's Day to you, and of course Alicia.
Yes.
Girl,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give out your little secret, but I'm so excited for you. Anywho, but yeah, and I also want to give a shout out to David Lee, who trained me and Maria this morning. And David Lee is the best. Island 9, follow him. Go see him at Eclipse every Wednesday at 8:30 in Las Vegas if you want to see a funny comedian. We were working. He was training me, and I stopped to take a break, and I said, "All right, let's stick our tummies out." And he stuck. You should have seen this. It was so. I love people that has just
David
great
Lee.
energy like David.
David's funny.
Yes.
He gets you when you least expect it.
Yes. And so, Joanne, I want you guys to really look up LawFit Fam on Instagram
Yes.
and tell a little bit about your seminars that you provide.
Okay. I currently teach health, fitness, or health, nutrition, and lifetime fitness to law enforcement officers. I teach it specifically for my department, but I also teach the constable's office as well as Silver State Law Enforcement Academy with Rick Henry, Sergeant Rick Henry. And that's basically my goal is to reach as many officers as I can and teach them about health, fitness, and nutrition.
And tell people why.
Early in my career, I had a situation where I had found out about an officer who had committed suicide, and I had created a search party, went out and found him, and that kind of changed my whole perspective on my whole career. I got in the business to change lives, and I thought I could reach people that I worked with, which were the inmates. Unfortunately, I found out shortly after that you can only help people who want to help themselves. And so my heart turned toward officers at that point, and I want to reach as many people as I can. In the last 5.5 years, I've been on this fitness journey, and I've gotten healthy and I've gotten fit, but I've seen a lot of people pass away very young. Most law enforcement officers die at the age of 58. That's usually their last birthday. They die within 18 months after retirement. They have their first heart attack at the age of 49 years of age. They don't eat healthy. They have a perfect environment for high cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone. Not enough sleep. We don't eat healthy because we work 12-hour shifts. And then on top of that, we're under a lot of stress being in law enforcement, especially in this day's age. It's getting worse out there. It's not getting any better with the disrespect toward law enforcement. Courts not ruling in our favor. Just so much stuff that's out there. We're under even more scrutiny by the public and everything else. There's a lot of stress we're under. And so on top of that, it creates this perfect little environment where we have high cortisol levels. And high cortisol levels raise our chances for cardiovascular disease, raises our chances for cancer and that kind of stuff. And that's one of the reasons why we are able to retire. Currently, I'm under a contract where we could retire at age 20 and be 50, or age 25 and be any age. But they've just raised that through the government, raised that on us to age 30. So it's kind of sad because a lot of officers won't probably make it to that age 30. However, I plan on living until I'm 80.
Go girl.
And my goal is to be there with my husband until he's, 80, 85, 87, whatever he's going to be when I'm 80. But the bottom line is I want to be able to share my knowledge of health, fitness, nutrition. I have my National Academy of Sports Medicine as a professional fitness trainer, as well as I just got my weight loss certification specialization. I'm currently working on my nutrition specialist as well as my behavior modification specialist. I'm doing this in regards to reaching as many officers as I can. So if you're a law enforcement agency out there and you're looking for your officers to learn about health, fitness, and nutrition, I am available. I am free of charge. I do this out of the kindness of my heart. I want to be able to reach as many people as I can. And my website is LawFit Family on Instagram. And then you could also reach me on Facebook under Joanne Haley, Healea. And that's about it.
Do you have an email that someone can?
They can email me at my personal email. I don't have a work one in that regard, but it's just jhaley 01/21/2017 at gmail.com. And that's my marriage date. So January 21st, 2017 to my
And that's
amazing
my
husband.
birthday.
No way.
That's my birthday.
High five. I didn't know that.
Bam. That's right.
Oh, that's cool.
That's right.
All great things happen on January 21st.
That's
I'm
right,
just saying.
exactly. But I want to tell all you ladies out there to take a look at the Strength Sisters and the LawFit Fam, especially take a look at PlatinumPhysiques.com. When I go to train with Michael, I always meet new women. And it's always interesting to find out what the women do for a living. And when I find out they're officers, I'm kind of like, ooh, this girl's tough. And you know what's funny is that we're all human. Nobody's perfect. And it's true how a lot of officers almost feel like the public's out to get them.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
So I
today.
have found that a lot of officers are almost hesitant to open up to people. But again, once the shell comes off and they can be themselves,
Yeah.
I love, who's the giddy girl? I always She just
On our
started.
team?
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Tanya.
Yes,
Yeah,
Miss Tanya.
Palafax. She's
That's
a-
right. And she's an officer.
Yeah.
And you know, her energy and spirit is just so lovely.
Yeah.
And she's like a little kid.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I mentored her early in her career, and we just had this amazing bond. And she started talking about training. I'm like, you got to talk to my husband. You got to
Yeah.
talk to my husband. And now she's on the road to, victory with training.
I
and
love
then,
it.
Yeah,
Love
so
it.
Excited.
There was even
yeah.
a lady from the East Coast that was a correctional officer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She came out. She was with me. She's a retired.
She was like 4'8".
Yeah.
She was the cutest, and she would come up and like, here's my head, right? And she'd be like, "Oh, my princess," mwah." And I'd be like, "Oh my God, you're so cute." And then
Yeah.
I come to find out like she's some badass correctional
Yeah,
facility officer. I
She,
was like,
she's retired from Metro. She's Officer Melgar. She trained with my husband. She and I are friends on Facebook. Saw
Right.
him and was like, "Hey, I want to train with your husband." And she travels all over now. So, but she was a Metro officer too.
and
so.
then who was the sassy Mexican lady with the eyelashes?
Oh yeah, Jasso, Officer Watterson. Officer
See?
Watterson.
And she is just sassy as can be.
She's awesome.
I love that
her.
before and after picture.
Oh,
when
she's
she was working out with
amazing.
Michael,
Yeah, yeah.
she lost 40 pounds.
Yeah, she looked amazing. She did
Yeah,
really
like in
good.
3-4 months.
Yeah, she did really good.
Insane.
She's still going. She's currently working in a house arrest position, so she's really busy, and they have a crazy schedule. So, but I'm super proud of her.
Yeah.
She's kept the weight off. She's still doing her thing. So, really
And of
proud
course, Annie and Rick, the duo,
her. Oh yeah,
the
and-
matching duo with their Automix shoes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cute.
So cute, right?
I want to give a shout out. Well, I want to remember somebody. The officer, unfortunately, you're going to be going.
Today I have a funeral I have to attend for one of our officers that passed away. I'm not really supposed to, air it on.
Okay,
air,
we won't
yeah,
talk
so-
about it, but
yeah,
go to Lafayette
yeah,
Fam.
Yeah.
And, I really hope that Joanne and Annie come on in their uniforms that are just, a woman in a uniform, like, that's just kick-ass.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. But I hope they come on next month and just talk about things like, awareness and for women if they need help, and not only on health
Yeah.
and nutrition.
Yes.
And talk about meal planning. If you're
Yes.
working 12 hours, if you want to get on some kind of program that works for you, Joanne can help you.
Oh yeah. for
But
sure.
as well, like, I want to talk about like how to use mace and how to use like a gun, and like
so
I want to
cute.
play the sexy babes and
You're
gun
so
shoot
cute.
because like Annie going around.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you got me. You got me. Okay.
If you go on my Insta or Facebook page, you'll see the web.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's on. It's awesome.
It's like Rambo.
Yeah, guns and bikini video. We did a photo shoot for Platinum Physiques. And
So
it was really
awesome.
awesome. So
Yeah.
really cool.
I know. I can't wait till the next one too.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be down like 20 pounds for that.
Oh, stop
one.
it. You're so sexy. Knock it off. But, I want to give a shout out to everyone at the family, because without the fitness family, I don't know where I would be.
Oh,
Without you and without Michael and without everybody.
that's awesome.
And there's actually something I wanted to grab real quick. If you guys can hold on a second real quick. Now, Joanne, as you know,
Yes.
I like to surprise people. So
Uh-oh.
I wanted to give you something as a early Mother's Day gift.
Aw.
So this is for you.
Aw, how awesome.
And what this represents is how powerful you are as a
Aw,
mama.
That's awesome. Thank you.
For
very
all the
much. That's
club,
beautiful.
for all your cubs
Aw, that's
that you've
cool.
raised,
Yep.
and all the women that you've changed,
That's
including
awesome.
me.
Aw,
You
thank
know,
you.
we grow
You're so
up to
sweet.
have our roar
Thank you, sweetheart.
almighty.
Aw,
So
thank you.
I know I'm going off on a
That's
tangent
beautiful.
about
No,
my
I love that.
cheesiness.
That's awesome. Thank you,
So,
Michelle. Wow.
yeah, I couldn't wait to give you that.
That's awesome.
So again, paint your mom something.
Aw,
Yeah, even if it's on a napkin. Take her out to Mexican food, make her some guacamole. I don't know,
That's
do
cool.
something fun. Yeah.
that's awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you very much, Michelle.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Sweet. That's awesome.
One last thing is I want to do Way of the Week, because I promised you guys every single week I was going to do a review of a whey that I'm trying, and I've been trying this company ever since my last competition. So this is Vital Body. You want to show the cheesy Way of the Week picture that I made? I know. There we go. Dun 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 dun. Okay, that's enough. So this is Vital Body, and I want you guys to take a look at this company, because they don't just sell it outright. You have to have an account. You have to sign up as a member. You can look them on Instagram. And so they're located in Phoenix. And it's actually Chandler, Arizona. I was close. But I really, really like this couple. They started this company. The mom had fibromyalgia. They were trying new ways of trying to incorporate veggies and fruit, probiotics, and mushrooms into their diet. And so they came up with this formula of using how do you pronounce
Hydrolyzed.
Thank you. I should have her on every show. But I've been trying this stuff, and it tastes really, really good. It actually kind of tastes like eggnog. I don't prefer the chocolate. The vanilla to me is the best. But this is a company that I really, really like. No, they don't pay me. No, they don't know I'm doing this review.
No.
I just like this company. So if you guys want more information, go to vitalbody.co and check it out. They also have pre-workout and stuff like that. And I just like it because the probiotics and the mushroom mix and the fruit and veggie blend. And again, you guys just need to try different stuff. It's always good to try a different way. The way of the week, is it the right way or the wrong way? I don't know, but either way, it's my way. So thanks, guys, from Facebook Live for hanging out with us today. Want to give a shout out to everybody out there. I know we have some of the team members. So we have Amy, Miss Fitbake. And if any of you guys want to get more information, go to FitFam. Is it Fit?
LawFit Fam.
LawFit Family.
On Instagram.
Is it family?
Yeah, LawFit Family on Instagram.
There you go. And PlatinumPhysiques.com.
Yes.
Don't forget, we're going to have our first annual Strength Sisters Celebration of Life. And anybody who has ever lost anybody from cancer, I don't care if it's a woman or a man, please come to this event. It's free, and it's here to celebrate anybody who has lost someone due to cancer. And so we come together to celebrate life and to be happy. It's going to be catered, go-kart rides, tons of silent auction prizes, and it's going to be at the Gene Woods Racing Experience in Las Vegas. So it's going to be July 16th. I know it's the Reno show.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was June 16th.
Did I say?
Yeah.
Did I say July?
Yeah, it's June 16th, right?
June 16th.
Yeah.
Which I'm bummed because the Reno show.
Yeah, it's the Reno show. We'll be up in Reno, so there'll be two of us up there. I think it's Alicia and Amy. We'll be up in Reno with them.
Go girls.
Yeah. So
yeah, June 16th, 12 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And again, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Joanne, I love you.
I love you too.
Happy
Michelle.
Mother's Day.
Thank you so much. Happy Mom. Well, you're not a mommy, but you got
That's
pets.
okay.
So
I got
happy
my fur
mommy.
babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy fur baby mommy day.
Yeah. And again, I hope that you guys just have a wonderful weekend. Here in Vegas, it's hot, so wear your sunscreen. And
Yes.
other than that, just get out and eat healthy and move and know we are on your side. So
Yes,
always come here and hang out with us every Thursday at 1.
Yes.
All right. Much love to you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.